What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today is episode 333, and we have another massive week of NFL football to preview. On paper, it is likely the most down week of college football of the year, but that is just for the loser casuals, okay? If you are a loser casual, it is a boring week. If you're tapped in Waterboy faithful, it's an exciting week of football. So, once again, I don't want to complain about anything with football because football is back. And what we have every weekend can never replace what we had 4 weeks ago. So won't be complaining about the number of games. However, the Brady Bunch Nana box on Red Zone, it's just a little once again this week. 4 afternoons, 9 early slates. Why don't we do 8 and 5?
Maybe we could also throw in a Friday night game. Like, there's not too many college football Friday night games right now. Like,
would that? I don't think we want another short week game.
Well, they do it normally later in the season to begin with already. Like, we already have Friday night game.
Yeah, it's sparse. It's
sparse.
Not
it's sparse.
Sparse.
Yeah.
Not
there you
not
go. There you
doesn't
go.
happen very often. But yeah, I just know in general.
See, this would be a question
Going
like
off
Shay would be able to
ratings,
answer. This would be a question
objectively
Shay or Nick would be able to answer.
Yeah,
I'd be
but
like, would you
Fridays
rather
should be
have
the worst ratings day of the week.
Well, my question would have been, would you rather have because Goodell's talking about adding another week to the season? Would you rather have another week or have to play a Friday night game already in the pre-existing length schedule? Like, you play one more week of football or one more earlier game in the week of football?
I'm down for
That's a question that we would have to ask them. But
I'm down for another week of football. But if we do it, I think we start earlier instead of end later.
Well, no, this is what Goodell said. I don't remember what holiday. Maybe it's President's Weekend. I don't remember what holiday it is. But the Super Bowl would get kicked to the weekend of whatever holiday that
President's
is.
Weekend,
So
I want to say.
I think it's President's Weekend.
President's
so you would
Day?
get the day off, I think, after
I mean,
Super
the
Bowl.
Monday after the Super Bowl just should be a national holiday.
It should be. It should be. It should
and
be. But
the NFL could do
that's what I
right
think
by making it long term. Like, hey, President's Day weekend, Super Bowl, you get that Monday off. I think President's Days are on Mondays, correct?
That I think so. But hey, you want to talk about patriotism? Football and President's Day back to back. If only football was played in the month of
naturally,
July,
that Monday,
that 4th of July
they got to speed the whole timeline up. Like it's the NBA, the day after Super Bowl free agency opens. That President's Day is electric. The most electric Monday.
Going absolutely wild. Yeah, Tom Brady's come back out of retirement.
Yeah, okay. Correct me. NFL free agency starts March 1st, or is it just in March?
I think it's just in March. Usually it's like the 13th or something.
Because just real quick, if we're just going to compare NFL to college football now, I don't know how much we'll be discussing, but there have been some pretty big changes in college football, like transfer portal windows and making college coaching slightly more enticing just from a life point of view. Your free time outside of football compared to NFL coaching compared to college. In terms of your life outside of football, it's not even comparable. The NFL is night and day better than college for just your life outside
100%.
of ball. It's not even,
100%,
you can't even argue that. But I'm just thinking, I imagine most GMs the day after the Super Bowl, there still were obviously free agency, but like that's when they start working overtime. But I'm thinking like coaching staff
and college scouting.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, like you're like, if anything, the off season for the GM, that's when you now run the ship. It kind of flips. But maybe if they push everything back, would that make it more difficult for the GMs? But I mean, they're kind of already doing.
I think the rest of the timeline stays. Like it's still going to be. It's just season ends later. It's not like they're going to move
Yeah,
back.
that sounds about right.
How
Add
the
another
when the
week.
draft is and free agency. So
Add another week, which yeah, I guess they're not. That doesn't necessarily mean additional bye week. You'd have to add 2 weeks to add a game and another bye week. So
you could add a second bye week with a team,
but it'd still be the games stay the same. Well, I'm just thinking they wouldn't
it's
increase
19
the weeks unless they are adding a game, or would they just add another bye week for the goodness of player safety, which we know?
Oh yeah, no. So
the least of their concerns.
It'd have to be 19 weeks.
They'd have to increase the games to add a week, and to add a game,
you'd have to add it to 19 weeks and add one more game. So
the players won't add a game unless they get another bye week. So you have to add 2 weeks.
So it could be 19 weeks to the season.
And I mean, in theory, just keep the end date same, like President's Day, like we just said, and then just start a week earlier. It's fine.
It also
because we know they're going to add another game.
Now you have teams going even at 9-9, though. That's weird.
I think we want to go back to
being tied even instead of 9-8.
Because I don't know, like, does that screw up playoffs in any I'm trying to think.
Not really, I don't think they still have the tiebreakers. So if you go 9-8 or whatever,
my only thought is with uniform scheduling. If it's a 16-game season, it is completely uniform. Like you have your 6 divisional games.
Yeah, you get one extra random game that's not fair. Yeah.
And so if they add another, they could even it out a bit more. I want to say.
No, I get what you're saying. I was more so just saying that the even game being 9-9, like that sounds so much more weird than 8-8. Like 8-8 sounds right. 9-9 sounds.
Oh yeah, no. I mean 7-9 is just etched in my brain forever. 7-9, 9-7, 10-6, just it adds up to 16. That's just ingrained in my brain. It feels weird saying 7-10, 8-9. That what are we doing? 8-9. What sport is this? Are we like through 2 weeks of the MLB?
10-8.
That's the only time you see an 8-9.
11-7, Grant. Going 11-7. That's you.
Oh, that's wrong. 11-7 is just wrong.
7.
No, no, that's just incorrect. Like, no, we can't. It's too much, and we obviously can't go back a game. So we're gonna go to 18.
19, 9 extra
weeks, but games. Yeah. I'm saying we're going 18
games. Yes.
Over under 2.5. I'll set the line there.
Years?
What are you taking? 2.5 years.
Years?
Yeah.
Under 2 years.
Do you think that line should be modified, or is that a good line?
I think the line should
down a year.
2 flat. I think you do. I think you go push at 2.
Oh, give him some push value. Okay, get some more action with the 2 flat. Exactly. Yeah, FanDuel, if you're listening, I gave you a nice little bet right there. But yeah, NFL. We'll just get into the picks. Start off with the games. Last week.
Yeah. Say your record. I'm pretty. You did better than I did.
Last week, another hot week. Another hot week over here at Waterboy Grant. The Waterboy Grant desk in the Waterboy Studios. But 12-4 record last week.
You went 12-4? I also went 12-4.
Okay, so nice tie, a nice clean 75.
Right. I thought you had a game on me. I'm surprised by that.
Well, we had 4 differences. Again.
Yeah.
So went 2-2 there.
Same because you picked up Packers, you picked up Lions, you picked up.
I took. No, I did not pick Seahawks last week.
Oh, see,
I didn't believe.
That's where I thought. And then the other 3. Yeah, okay. I see where. Yeah, hot start for the Waterboy is currently sitting at a 78% hit rate right now for Everett's takes over here at the other desk. But Grant, here's our game.
Very ahead of schedule.
Yeah, you are. It's very premature.
Both of us are very ahead of schedule. Right
well,
now.
I'm allegedly supposed to be on this track normally at the start of the season, although last year I wasn't. But that's what
But to be starting off high 70s, I don't know if we've this is the hottest start in the history of
Yeah, I
sports
think I
media,
also, Grant, there's something
other
that
than the
you
one guy on March Madness.
there's something that you and I know that I've been doing each week, that I've been hitting each week, which I'm not going to disclose for jinx reasons. But if I do that again this week, then I think I have to disclose it next week.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
I think
see.
I have to.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Uh,
Okay. Game slate. Thursday night, Dolphins at Bills. We already did that. Grant and I both take the Bills. Okay. Sunday, noon, Bengals at Vikings, Packers at Browns, Colts at Titans, Steelers at Patriots, Rams at Eagles, Jets at Bucks, Raiders at Commanders, Falcons at Panthers, and Texans at Jaguars. 3:00 slate, mid-afternoon, we have Broncos at Chargers, Saints at Seahawks, Cowboys at Bears, and Cardinals at Niners. Sunday night, I've been waiting all day for Sunday night.
shout out Carey.
Chiefs at Giants. Please don't copyright strike us. And Monday night, we have Lions at Ravens.
Okay, that might be the worst Sunday night football.
Hey, let Russ cook. Let Russ cook. He was looking nice last week. Okay,
is this like for Taylor Swift to tour MetLife?
I'm not even joking, Grant.
Like
I legitimately had to think about that game. I had to think about what way to go on that game.
Oh no, I don't think you did. I think
I did a little bit. Russ impressed me last week.
Sure. But
it's riding too high. Yeah. It's like Icarus. I flew too close to the sun a little bit.
Yeah, those feathers are gonna burn off.
Real quick.
The glue's getting a little liquidy.
Okay. Here are my picks, Grant. Bills, Vikings, Packers, Colts, Steelers, Eagles, Bucks, Commanders. Question mark with Marcus Mariota. Could it be a revenge game if Jaden Daniels is out?
Jaden Daniels
Falcons,
is playing.
Texans, Chargers, Seahawks, Cowboys, Niners, Chiefs, and Ravens.
We have the exact same picks.
Exact down to the exact minute detail.
All right, I'll just say it again to confirm. Bills, Packers, Colts, Vikings, Steelers, Eagles, Bucks, Commies, Falcons, Texans, Seahawks, Chargers, Cowboys, 49ers, Chiefs, Ravens.
I think that might be the first ever Waterboy
I literally think
draw.
it's the first time we have ever agreed on.
I want to confirm to everybody, we don't talk when we make our picks.
No.
So
that's the fun
do
of
we
this
each
for
need
us.
to choose a pick to change?
I feel like we have
each
to,
need to
right?
choose one pick to change.
Yeah, and it can't be the same one.
So should we rock, paper, scissors for who gets to go first?
Sure. Yeah.
I think. Okay, ready?
On shoot.
Rock on shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
And make sure to say rock, paper, scissors, not Rochambeau, so don't get copyrighted.
Sorry, that's the Minnesota. That's the Minnesota.
Just make
okay.
Rock,
don't
want to get.
I got you. No, don't worry. Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, scissors. Okay. Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I did scissors again. Okay.
I got rock. Okay, I won. Okay.
Wait. Give me like 30 seconds to like lock in my pick mentally.
Okay, that's fine. I'm looking here. I got.
And then I'll have a backup. I'll have a backup. This is a difficult
one.
I'll have a backup in my head. There's
like 2 games.
Picking the Bears. That's not it.
There's 2 games I'm looking at here that I'm thinking.
Give me 20 more seconds. 20 more seconds to lock this in.
Hold on. I need a fact check something from last week. I just need to double check what was going on with these 2 teams last week. I mean, really, it doesn't matter because I'm going first, so I can say which 2 games I'm thinking between if I wanted to. But
fuck. Damn it! There's one I want to do. Purely for vibes, no logic.
Grant,
it's a vibe selection. I
would rather not change this. I think I need to ride the bus this week.
Okay, I want to ride the bus. I want to ride the Pats.
I was the other one. That was the other one I was going with. But
I'm going Vrabes. I'm going Vrabes this week.
All right. So we have a 2-game difference technically.
Yeah.
Right.
So we
so we could split. So we could split technically. But either way, we have to have something for interest, right?
Yeah, no.
We have to have something to
the
keep it
majority of
interesting.
this content is going over the games we
I would
disagree
like
on.
to have it noted now. I would like to have it
we're all
noted now
we're
that we should be technically on Steelers and 49ers. So assuming that's a clean sweep,
if we
I
were
want to give us
uploading
both
our
credit.
picks to the public on TikTok,
That's
it'd
what
be
it would
a really
be.
easy edit.
Yeah, it'd be really easy edit this week. But I would just like to say, if for whatever reason it's a clean sweep with Steelers and 49ers winning, we're both getting credit for that.
I'm
giving us credit for that.
We have explored the idea of parlaying the slates together, and this curveball, this screws it up. All the feng shui
I don't
gone.
know. Hey, this is we're either going to miss this entire week,
I think we're not betting.
All I'm saying, we're either going to miss this whole week, or we're on such a good wavelength right now because we've both been hitting. Yeah. We might hit the whole. We might have hit the whole slate.
That's
before we made that change. That could be it.
If this was past years, and we're in agreement,
I'm very concerned.
We're both. Yeah, you should be horrified.
I'm very concerned.
You should be horrified.
I'm very concerned. This year, though, we've been going so hot. Like, we might have both just dialed it in right now, knock on wood.
But also at the same time, Everett,
knock on wood if you're with me.
If it's only downhill from here, we know how it started.
Yeah, no, we know how it began. Because of this. It's this week. Noted week 3 of the 2025 NFL season. If we lose all this and we do bad for the rest of time, week 3, note it right now in the history books.
Yeah, I mean, great minds might think alike, but in this situation, it might not be good.
We might be Icarus. We both might be Icarus right now. Actually, speaking of that earlier, we both might be flying too close to the sun.
I would compare us a little bit more towards Goliath right now. We feel like we're on top, but David's got us in the crosshairs.
David's right there.
He's staring us right down the barrel, Everett.
Okay, Grant. Let's look at some of these games. Honestly, not much for me to talk about the Vikings-Bengals Bowl, the Carson Wentz, Jake Browning slugfest that's going to be happening on Sunday.
I think it's a simple thought process. 2 sudden backup quarterbacks starting. Which coach do you trust more to prepare their backup, KOC or Zach Taylor?
I also would just like to say Carson Wentz is we have Jameis Winston at home. That's what I would define Carson Wentz as.
Yeah, hey, okay. If we're just ranking, if we're just ranking backup quarterbacks, Wentz is certainly top. Top 10. We could go top 5. I'm not batting my eyes at that. Is Heineke still a top 5 backup quarterback? I think he may have lost that title.
Yeah, no.
I don't.
We need to see the Heineken go.
I need to have
Heineke stretch.
When Chase Young was mic'd up, Heineke that one time. Yeah, no, I want to see that Heineke.
But not much to mention there. I mean, there's nothing to talk about JJ McCarthy, and it's just hopefully going to be a high volume Justin game, and Jordan Mason starting taking over RB1 duties. Cam Akers is obviously back because he apparently has a lifetime contract with the Vikings. But I want to start with your game, Grant. I think this is one of the
I'm in a pretty good game this week.
Chargers and Broncos. Personally, I mean, I could have gone either way. I could have chosen either team. You obviously have to stay with the Chargers.
I wouldn't have been upset if you picked Broncos.
I will say, I don't think that the Broncos have looked as hot as we thought they would have coming out of the gates
100%.
here. And obviously, the Titans gave them some struggles, and they should have won versus the Colts last week. They got a little highway robbery going on from the referees.
I think we can't be in close games with the Colts. Hey, Indiana Jones is electric. That's up there for some of the best, one of the best nicknames, a natural nickname. All right. That's up there right now. But we can't be in close games with the Colts. We can't be letting the Colts put up high 20s. We can't be for that defense.
I just also think
Surtain's a little banged up. He's gonna play, but
I also just think Keenan. I don't know what he had going on here on the shoulders.
Okay, so you brought that up.
That was horrendous.
I realize I'm in a Chargers bubble. I kind of thought that was well known and his AC joints have been. They've been.
They look like knives.
I don't know what is the term. What
like mountains on. He's got a sprain, I guess, but I don't know. If
it looks like he has
he puts pads on that. That's got to be so uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, but he's had that. He's had that for a while. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to have
Surgery.
just
Is that what
never
they were
did
talking
it.
about?
And it's like,
Yeah.
hey, I mean, I could still catch. So like,
It's like, who
why
cares?
rehab?
Yeah. But obviously Chargers are a much more prolific passing team this year to the
Which I can't
surprise
believe.
of
I can't believe.
everybody.
I'd say
But
that's probably the biggest surprise of the season.
the Chargers have just looked so good.
Like Greg
And
Roman for the first time in his life is a pass first
arguably, he honestly might have taken the last two teams by surprise because they're just waiting for him to unleash the run game. He just hasn't done it.
Well, I got some interesting numbies. I got some very interesting numbies that I saw recently, which it checks out with the Chargers offense currently. My initial theory was going into the offseason, Jim Harbaugh sat Greg Roman down and was like, you remember when I said I need to get Justin Herbert to the Hall of Fame? Like, you're a pretty big part in this process, buddy. So we're going to need to pass. Like, as a joke, that's what I was.
Yeah, no, he saw one of the if man posts and he was like, not in my house.
But I have some, quote, key offensive line stats, which I found from a new Twitter account I'm seeing this year. That's Sam Hoppen. I will give credit where credit is due. But just some O-line ranks real quick for the Chargers. This is a pleasant surprise. I thought this would be an issue with Slater being out for the year, but Chargers currently 11th in the NFL in pass block win rate and pressure rate allowed. So almost top 10, but top half of the league, above average in pass blocking, which a pleasant surprise. I didn't think it would be that good. Run block win rate. Chargers are perfect middle in the NFL, 16th in the NFL at run block win rate, which I was thinking, oh, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I like to hear that. This is where it gets interesting, though. Yards before, well, we'll start with this. Stuffed run percentage. So the percentage of times
your defensive line or offensively.
So the percentage of times you get stuffed trying to run. The Chargers rank last in the NFL, 32nd, so a 35%. They're the worst. They get stuffed the most in the NFL. Okay. You want to be first.
Okay, that's where I needed the metrics.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be last in that one. But Chargers get stuffed the most in the NFL when running the football, and as this would also just make sense. Chargers are one of two teams in the NFL to have a negative yards before contact per carry. The other team is the Raiders, which in a way may be a Chargers D-line stat too, but we're just focusing on the Chargers O-line.
Yeah, very possible.
They're 50th percentile in run block win rate, but they get stuffed the most. And when I think of past Harbaugh teams, Greg Roman offenses even, like they're running the ball so much to set up third down and getting third and mediums, third and shorts. If you're running on 1st and 10 and it's more often than not 2nd and 11, well, why are we? There's no advantage to running the football anymore. So that can explain why the Chargers are so pass heavy currently as it stands. I would imagine as the O-line gets some more time together, like Alt bumping out to left, like Pipkins coming in, as the season progresses, I would expect that stuff rate to be better than it is. You know, hopefully we have a positive yards before contact.
I mean, it should increase this week. The Cardinals the Broncos defensive line hasn't been like otherworldly.
Well, this is one thing about the Broncos. Run stuff win rate. They're like perfect 50th percent or 15th in the NFL. They're second in the NFL pass rush win rate. And the other interesting thing so far this season as it stands, the number one pass rusher in the NFL is Nick Bonito on the Broncos, which I do not like. I didn't like to hear that when I saw it. That's not what I wanted to hear.
I generally think though, like the Chargers in position right now, like they're just playing confident and playing really hot. And I have not seen, like, I'm more concerned with the Broncos offense than I am with their defense. And that offense is not making me feel the same way that I did last year when they were getting very hot, especially towards the end of the season, and kind of what I thought that they would be getting at the start of this year. And I
Yeah, I
don't think
expect
that
the
that O
passing game to be a
line
little bit
either
further
has
along.
necessarily hold. I also don't think the O line has necessarily held up as well as we saw it last year.
The
Not
O
saying it's
line's been a
not
little
good, but
weird.
not saying it's not great.
They're number one in pass blocking, and they're like
Yeah,
middle average run blocking. And it's
but
like,
it's just like it's weird because some plays they just don't look like that at all.
oh yeah, no,
And
no,
like that's
it's like an inconsistent thing where I'm like,
yeah.
how are you
Which
guys
hey, look,
supposed?
if it works, if it works, but like I just I think if where the Chargers have gotten hot in the past too, they stay hot. And that's like the same thing with the Vikings. When the Vikings have gotten hot, they usually stay hot. That's why the Chargers are the Vikings of the AFC in the way that we talk about it. But I just, I feel like this is like we haven't really seen a confident Chargers offense like what we're seeing right now, especially passing. Like it's just like, hey Herbie, we're paying you this much, go fucking ball out. And
Oh
like
yeah, I
in
mean,
the
it's
ball,
Quentin Johnson has like I mean,
I'm
if
telling you, it was that concussion. I'm telling you, it was the
if he
concussion. I told you when
continues
it happened.
playing how he is, he's a pretty good
You extend
receiver
him.
in the NFL.
You extend him, Grant.
I'm not
You
gonna,
keep him around.
I'm not making any promises.
Are you
But
advocating for a
if he
QJ
were,
extension?
hey, I mean, maybe the pass is so baked in, we get him at a discount, and I'm like, okay, like I don't know. I have no.
He
This is a weird time. It's a weird time to be
okay.
alive, Everett. I I don't want to make
Yeah, fair.
any promises I can't keep. So I don't want to go that far, but it's been a very pleasant surprise. Keenan's obviously like Keenan's not the number one read in this offense by no
No,
means, but
but he's been good for what
a
you had got him for,
handful
what you
of third
expected.
down situations. It's just classic Herbert to Keenan, run a little 7-yard hook,
Yeah.
find the weak spot in the
Um.
zone. He's just a
Okay.
chain mover this year.
Yeah.
Chain mover.
Okay. I think enough on that. Let's go here to Lions and Ravens. I think that's probably the biggest game of the week. And
Yeah, certainly game of the week, I think.
yeah, I mean, we both been Ravens on this. I obviously the Lions absolutely obliterated Ben Johnson and the Bears last week.
Yeah.
And I do think playing against Caleb Williams is a good little appetizer for playing against Lamar Jackson just by the way that they move around and run. Obviously, Caleb's not Lamar, but he does run around the field a lot and just having to play
Perhaps, yeah.
have to play catch up. The Ravens outside of, I know last week, Derrick Henry was like, it was a little weird last week, but in division game versus the Browns, they always give them a little bit of a problem. And they looked great versus the Bills, even though they ended up losing that game. I can't see a world really where like that Lions team that came out with the Packers game. Like I can't see a world where that team that lost the Packers like that will come and beat the Ravens.
All right, this is what I'm thinking. I'm looking at some things right now. Nothing adds up. What I'm about to tell you, nothing checks out to what you would expect. Correct me if I'm wrong. Aiden Hutchinson's playing, right?
He is, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm really
pretty
confused. Sure. Can we check that can we check real quick?
Yeah, I'm
because
like
the what I'm about to say could make a lot of sense if he's not playing.
Okay, so I believe you're talking about a D-line stat here.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson. He is good. He's playing. He's playing.
Yep.
Okay, good. The Detroit Lions rank 31st in the NFL in pass rush win rate. They have a 19% pass rush
so
win
that
rate.
Is a T line and Marcus Davenport.
Run stuff win rate. The Detroit Lions are 29th in the NFL in run stuff. to beat the Ravens, you're gonna have to stop the run. Well, let's start there. Stop the run. That's step one to beat the Ravens. I don't think they could do it. I don't think. Remember how the Lions got bounced? That Swiss cheese defense, Everett. My goodness.
You don't trust Tyreek to stop Derrick Henry?
I mean, Tyreek's looking good from the clips I've seen, but I mean, he might be able to stop Derrick Henry, but Hutch can't contain Lamar on the read option, Everett.
You're telling me Anzalone can't?
Based on the stats, he can't. No. Can't.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm expecting I think it's going to be a offensive shootout. That's really what it comes down. Like, obviously, we've seen the Lions can still put up points. And the Ravens defense, they let up 17 versus the Browns, and obviously a lot of points versus the Bills. So they haven't been looking phenomenal. Jair Alexander, absolute booty.
Oh yeah,
pirate.
They're like over there. On the verge of unction over there too with him.
Yeah, no, the unction function is going very.
They're borderline very unction
on defense. There. On defense, especially too.
Like Kyle Hamilton's like 26, right, or 25. Like he's kind of like
Roquan Smith is like 28, I think now.
Yeah,
something like that.
That adds up.
That sounds right.
He should be around Baker's age, Roquan, because they were playing against each other in college. I think Roquan's 30. Well, also Roquan got drafted as a junior. Baker got drafted as a fifth-year senior. So actually, that checks out.
That would make sense. That would make perfect sense, actually. Yeah, but I mean, I think this is going to be an offensive shootout, and personally, like, if it comes down to that, it could be an offensive shootout, and the Ravens still win by 14. So, like, it could literally be 48-34, 52-38. It could be a high scoring game.
In the past, like a big concern that we've had over the Ravens, like especially looking at them in a playoff perspective, is just if the Ravens go down double digits, they lose. They cannot come from behind and pass. Yeah. Lamar Jackson last year decided to say, all right, bet I'm just going to like be third in the NFL in passing yards and light it up with like 40 touchdowns. So Lamar is arguably like the most impressive development.
They have really, they've also really opened up the pass game this year too. Like Zay Flowers is
unlocked. Devontae Walker is out here looking great. Like they're getting some options in the pass game involved now.
DeAndre Hopkins still there. Rashad Bateman on the extension. Like they've got the unction, but they're working. They
have multiple weapons that are better than most wide receiver fours on other teams. They could all run a route and run it correctly. They're not going to run the wrong route. Like they'll run the
big
right
ask
one.
out of some people.
And then, that's kind of all Lamar needs. Like, as long as you just run the right route and I know where you're going, I can get you the ball. So, like, I give a lot of credit to that Ravens coaching staff and how they have implemented the passing game into the offense and make them less one-dimensional in how they can.
Okay, Grant, let's get through one more game here, and then we'll wrap up with college football. But between Texans, Jaguars, Rams, Eagles, and Cardinals, 49ers, which one would you want to go through?
I think Rams, Eagles, I think is an interesting one. I think Eagles offensively, they have not looked the part so far this season. Offense is looking bad.
And I do think that it's because they're adjusting. Kellen Moore left.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Getting another coordinator. I think it was similar a little bit to the first couple weeks to last year when Kellen Moore.
Really bad start for the Eagles last year.
They were getting in the groove a little bit. And to be fair, Eagles it really shouldn't be that
didn't
hard.
Think they were going to win the Super Bowl in November last year. They're like, we're not looking good.
Just hand off to Saquon every play and let him figure it out. But offensively, passing wise too. Horrific passing offense out of the Eagles right now.
Yeah, no, it's not what you want to see over there.
The Rams haven't looked too on tap either right now.
No. I wouldn't say so either. The Rams are doing kind of like Sean McVay is doing a bit of a change in how the Rams are winning football games. It used to be we're outscoring everybody. I'm going to score on every single drive, no matter what.
Yeah.
Now they're winning through defense. The Rams defense is no joke. The Rams defense is legit.
And it's extremely young. I'm pretty sure it's
very young.
I mean, it might be the youngest defense in the league.
Yeah, they're very young, but they are a legit, true, proven defense already. And that has me going back and forth kind of on this game. Like this
no,
one,
I've gone back and forth.
Like Eagles as
I could see an upset here. 100%. I think it'll be a close game. But I just like it's hard to bet against the Eagles. First of all,
oh yeah,
and second of all, like I just think for as not problematic, but for as underperforming the Eagles offense is right now, I don't necessarily think it's to enough of a point where I am like, oh my God, they're not going to be able to keep pace with the Rams. And the defense for the Eagles, too, it's in a similar position as the Rams where they're really winning their games right now defensively. And their secondary is very good. And they're going to have the ability probably to stuff the run out well, which is something that the Rams like to use to change pace. And I'm not saying that Kyren won't go for 80 yards or 60 yards or something, but I think it's going to be very difficult to do that. And obviously with Devontae and Puka's going to get his due. And Devontae needs to be guarded too. But
Devontae's been really impressive so far this year.
Yeah. But it's just going to be, it's interesting. Like, this is arguably the toughest pick this week.
Yeah. This one, it's kind of feeling like whoever gets the ball last and they get that last drive might be.
We were talking about before the Lions and Ravens being a shootout. Like, this could be a shootout, but not like a high scoring shootout.
No,
like
this
is like a 17-14 game. 17-21.
Yeah, I expect like an NFL score here, like a 2017, 24-17, something like that. I think this game, I think both defenses are going to get some wins, get some big stops on third downs, and I think it's going to be gross. Ugly.
Like this could be a 23-21 game, Grant. This could be a 23-21 game and field goal wins it at the end.
And like I'm also just how the NFL works out, like when it's the witching hour, it's like a whole new brand of football is being played. It's like witching hour comes on, it's like, all right, it's completely night and day different. And yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this.
We'll see, but
yeah, we're both on Eagles there. I'm not like too sold on that one though. That one I'm not too confident in.
No.
But
we'll see. I mean, you gotta pick a side either way. So,
Texans Jaguars. We're both on Texans. That I just can't see them.
I can't see them going 0-3.
I also am just thinking like right now, we still think the Texans are gonna win the division, correct?
I mean, I'll be honest, like. I really don't know right now. Like I really don't know.
Okay. I just think
really have not looked good. Their defense has, their offense really has.
I just think the rest of that division, although like a couple of them are getting some wins, like
I
the
still
Jaguars
think that
are a disaster right now. I mean, like the T-Law versus Liam Cohen, Brian Thomas Jr. doesn't want to play football. I mean, like. I think there's a lot more problems surrounding the Jaguars right now.
But with that, thank you guys for watching, listening, raise 5. You can find us on Spotify, TCW, and on Instagram at Waterboy Pod. You can follow me on Twitter at Everstakes now Waterboy Graham. Post episodes every week on YouTube and all podcast platforms. Make sure to subscribe for notifications to miss a single episode. Also post exclusive content on Instagram and on TikTok as well. So make sure to check us there so you don't miss anything else. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Waterboys.